Your villagers there. Tut tut. Okay, so he's just, keeping going with the economy. That's 3 town centres still for him. Vile, on the other hand, still on 1 town centre and not even going for another. He's just getting another castle up now at his base so we can produce janissaries and more military. Let's see exactly what he does. Vile now going to lose this monastery, so that means he's not going to have any gold income from these relics. Not janissaries. Turks have to rely very heavily on gold. As you can see, he has a lot of gold miners there. And is that another town centre? Yes, it is. So he's finally going to another couple of town centres. He's got one up over here as well. So he's going to finally have to go macro, and that's not so good because he's at a disadvantage now. And in order for him to come back, he's going to have to do a hell of a lot. And if Raw is to push across the map with this force here, he's going to be pretty much unstoppable. Barracks going up there and a blacksmith as well. On top of the blacksmith he already has. That's going to give him more upgrades and faster upgrades. However, if we look at the population, Raw is staggeringly ahead. He's on 101 population, whereas Vile is on 73. So Raw is doing a very good job of getting well ahead here. And it's surprising, really. Vile did a very good early aggression. He managed to get 2 castles right inside of Raw's base, and if Raw wasn't able to take them out as well as he did, it could have been game over for him. He managed to get these siege rams out extremely quickly, and there's quite a lot of rams there, really. It's able to deal with him quite quickly indeed. Vile now siege workshop, barracks and janissaries creating at the castle. Finally on 3 town centres, although it's not going to be enough for him to catch up economically. He's going for wood and wood, so he is very low on wood actually, so that's not surprising. I don't know what he's spending it all on, probably these buildings here. He's going to need some more houses. He's not doing a very good job of actually unsupply blocking himself. Unsupply blocking himself, I don't even know if that makes sense, but we'll go with it. So Raw now able to steal these relics, and eventually Vile is going to run out of gold inside of his base, and that could be problematic for him. He's got... Actually, no, he's not too bad. He has got 2 more gold piles down here. But his main gold pile won't last too much longer. Although saying that, he has got 1,200 gold, so he doesn't actually need that much more anyway now. So Raw now starting to claim the main area, or the centre ground, as it could be put. And also still stealing these relics, the cheeky bugger. Still with a firm score lead and a very nice economy going along. To be honest, Vile is very far behind with economy. He could have done a lot more to speed it up. And he's now creating hussars, or hussars. I'm not sure how they should be pronounced. As with a lot of things in this game, you may have noticed I've ballsed up quite a lot with pronunciation, but who cares really, you know what I mean. Hussars or hussars. You decide. Anyway, he's creating some hussars and more units at the castle, and not really much at the barracks for now, but I think he's just got the barracks up so he could produce these stables. For those of you who don't play ZeroEmpires, little factlet for you. Janissaries don't stand up when there's that much fire coming in. Anyway, that wasn't what I was going to say. I was going to say you cannot get any other military buildings out until you have a barracks. Which kind of makes sense, really. Actually, no. Does it make that much sense? I don't know. So anyway, Vile with a quite nice pile of gold there, but not really much else to follow through with. Quite a few janissaries, hussars there, creating more hussars by the looks of it. And he's not doing too badly, really. He's creating another castle at the back of his base. And yes, he's getting his economy up and running, but he is very far behind now. Although, if he's able to do enough economic damage, not economic damage, sorry, if he's able to take out Raw's army while it's still weak, he would be able to do a lot of damage. However, they seem to be having a bit of a standoff here. Neither of them are willing to make the first move. Vile probably not wanting to make the first move after he got stung in the tail last time. Population count now. Vile has actually caught up with him, and he's sending some hussars over this way, into the unprotected underbelly of Raw's base. He'll probably be able to pick off a few villagers here if he doesn't respond quickly enough, and it doesn't look like he is responding. However, if his villagers were to garrison in here, he would have to get out of there pretty quickly, as even the Hussars aren't able to put up too much missile damage, even though they have 6 whole pierce armor. Picking off a few of Raw's villagers there, getting too close to that castle and getting picked off extremely quickly for it. Bit of a silly mistake there, but he has been able to take out quite a few villagers in the process. So Raw now with quite a large force. I wouldn't say it was massive, but he has upgraded to Siege Onager, and that could be extremely bad news for Vile, whose Janissaries aren't going to stand up to 1 or 2 Siege Onager attacks. Getting too close again to this castle and losing his soldiers rather quickly. Halberdiers also able to take out Hussars extremely quickly, as I'm sure we'll see there because there is 1 Halberdier there already. Killing that off with 1 hit, killing that one off with 2 hits, and the others are going to go down pretty much instantly there. Finally now, Raw is coming in with his army, and Vile is going to want to get rid of these Siege Onagers as fast as possible, and it looks like he's doing just that, doing quite a bit of damage there, and it looks like he might be able to take out all of the Onagers. Raw being forced to retreat yet again, but now bringing in the Halberdiers, which are going to make short work of these Hussars, and it's not really a big spectacle. However, he is managing to push him back just once. A few bombard cannons there and a few more Janissaries. However, he's not got a massive army, and it looks like Raw is able to back it up pretty quickly with the amount of barracks he has. That's 6 barracks there, 2 castles and 2 siege workshops. These rams now being upgraded to capture ram. Raw going... Oh, I just made a bit of a noise there. I didn't mean to do that. I'm terribly sorry. Yeah, he's got capture rams, which it looks like he's going very heavily into siege. Korean's quite good for siege weapons. Halberdiers picked off extremely easily by the castle. However, Vile pretty much has no army left whatsoever, and it looks heavily in the favour of Raw right now. Siege Onagers being able to do terrible damage. Also able to suicide their own men. We've not actually seen too much of that, but it is extremely likely, if they get in the way anyway. So these bombard cannons with a larger range than the Onagers by 1, however they won't be able to do too much damage as Onagers have a large pierce armor. A large amount of pierce armor. Onagers highly inaccurate if your subject is moving quickly. And Vile is not going to be able to stand up to this at all. Raw has totally turned it around. He went from being on the back foot with the fast Imperial attack from Vile, and has now managed to turn it right round, claim the middle ground, and bring in a few more soldiers, creating a bombard tower there. And it looks like... Oh no, he's not got siege rams yet, but I don't think he needs them, to be honest. He's got quite a lot of halberdiers there. And looking at the population difference, that's 151 to 189. Trebuchet now coming in, and really, I'm not surprised Raw hasn't attacked. Sorry, I am surprised that Raw hasn't attacked so far, or yet. He's finally going in with the rams, which are going to be made fairly short work of, no doubt. Bombard cannons doing a lot of damage to them. And now Raw pushing forward, building his bombard towers, although he's very conservative with his attacks. Vile getting absolutely massacred there. Right into the front of his halberdier line, getting absolutely cut to pieces, and he knows he cannot fight on much longer, and he's resigned. So yes, I want to thank AOSC Box for that recording. And in fact, they are quite a good website. Go and check them out. They have a lot of recordings on there. I will provide a link in the description. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've been ZeroEmpires, and I will see you next time.